Welcome to another episode, everyone. So there's been a lot of talk going around about who's to blame for the fiasco that transpired on No Jumper the other day between Gumby and this phone conversation that he had with the other Hoovers. Is Whack 100 to blame for calling in with the Hoovers? Is Adam to blame for having this content on his channel? Did he set it all up, set the phone call up? The answer is yes. I believe he set the phone call up. But really, that's neither here nor there. Are the gang members to blame? So I'll just say briefly, in my estimation, that the onus absolutely falls on the gang members and really the gang members only. Yes, Whack 100 was involved, too deeply involved in what was going on. Set it all up. Set the phone call up at least. And people are saying that Whack 100 is the police. And here you have individuals on the phone with Whack 100 calling in to No Jumper, a platform that the feds said they are watching. The feds already said they're watching this platform, gleaning information about gang culture, gang politics, and what's going on in the land. They get some of their information from No Jumper and other podcasts. They've made this explicitly clear, and yet this individual will call in, and these Hoovers will allow themselves to be used or thus misused as a piece of content, for a piece of content. Call in to Gumby, looking to embarrass him. Some people say they tried to mark him out and all that. Live on air. And talk about Gumby is harvesting. Obviously, they meant to say harboring. Harvesting, I just kept repeating what they were saying. Harvesting, and I'm still going to do so. Basically, a snitch is what they're accusing Gumby of. Let's get back into this phone conversation real quick so I can tell you all where Gumby went wrong and where all of these individuals went wrong.
Well, I just tried to call me. I was just calling. Oh, yo.
Are you live with Gumby right now?
Yeah.
Because I got the Hoovers on my phone going crazy. Hoover Lou and somebody else outside on the phone. Hoover Lou, you there? Yeah, I'm here.
This is
What's
crazy,
happening?
man. Why is this?
Yo, where's Gumby at? Gumby!
Hey, I'm right here. What's the deal?
They just calling me because they saying you bunk, but I told them.
Okay. So it probably could have went that far right there because I don't know what's going on, even though I'm thinking at this point that the phone call is not about to be good. You calling Adam talking about, is Gumby there? Are we live? I got some Hoovers on the phone, so I might have stopped it right then and there. But perhaps I would have let it get this far right here. With Whack 100 saying, I got the Hoovers on the phone, some Hoovers on the phone, they saying you bunk. At that juncture, right then and there, the conversation needs to be over with. The conversation should have been deaded. Gumby, and I'm going to tell him this, should not have went any further whatsoever. There's nothing to talk about at that point. There's nothing to engage in. Y'all calling on some buffoonery. I'm in the hood every day. You want to politic, you got something to say to me, say it in the hood. Why are you calling on the internet talking about I'm bunk? Why is Whack 100, a blood from Peru, Pacoima, on the phone saying I got some Hoovers on the phone and they saying you bunk? The conversation is over. Nothing good is about to come from this conversation. We're about to have a back and forth on air, online, that's not about to end well. Things are about to be exposed that need not be exposed. The conversation is over. I can see what you own. You got some Hoovers on the line, and they said, I'm bunk? Okay, I tell you what. The furthest I'm gonna go after that is, who is it you got on the phone with you? Give me their names. So-and-so and so-and-so. Okay, hang up the phone, bro, I'm done. I don't have nothing else to say. I just want to know what Hoovers got on the phone and talked to you, Wack, and got you calling in to me and my new job on air to confront me and got you calling me bunk. I just want to know what Hoovers did this. And I already know that what you just did, the part you played in this, Wack, talking about the Hoover said you bunk. Or is that right? That's the wrong approach, Wack. This is why you can't get involved in other gangs' business, because you don't know who you're dealing with, because you're not from that gang. As I said before, if I'm not from Pacoima, I'm not about to be calling a dude from Pacoima talking about the Pacoima say you bunk. That ain't none of my business if they saying you bunk. Y'all deal with that. Pacoima, what the fuck I'm calling this dude talking about y'all saying he bunk. Y'all tell him that. That ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm not finna tell another grown man, another OG from his hood, yo homie saying you bunk. What the fuck I got to do with that? Nothing. I'm not finna let that shit come out of my mouth. But they think this is a game. They think this shit is content. He said earlier, let the content. He's about to say, let the content. This is not content. This is the type of rhetoric that gets indictments handed down. RICO acts, people put in prison for many years. On the phone talking about you harvesting, can't even say the word right, a snitch. And basically trying to say that Gumby should have done something to him by now. And then Gumby's going back and forth saying, y'all do something to him. So if something happens to this dude, what y'all think gonna happen? Who they coming to get now? These dudes done lost their damn mind. The conversation's over at that point. Wack, I'm not about to engage in it. Because Wack, if you were from my side of town, you would have already known that this phone call was not a good idea. You would know that. Because you know who's who and what's what from your hood, from your side of town. So you would say, I'm not calling that man saying that. I'll call him, and I'll call him. Well, I ain't calling him with this shit. Y'all done lost y'all damn mind. Because I know what's going to happen. This could spell the end of me. Yeah, it could. More than likely, it will. Playing these bullshit games, infantile games, with a real one. This internet shit is just the internet. Y'all going too far. Y'all better learn how to separate the two. Separate the internet from real gangster street life. And you all are conflating the two at this point. You're combining the two. And it's having you all looking rather foolish on the internet. Going to jail and prison for what you're saying on the internet. Trying to be tough. Everybody wants to be famous. Everybody wants their 15 minutes here on the internet now. This is the trend. Shock jocking, saying things that's going to go viral, hoping that it goes viral. But you're saying things that get you caught up. So my only point about Wack 100, about speaking on other gangs, is just that I wouldn't do it because I don't know who that individual is from that hood. Now, I know who this individual is from my hood. That's my hood. So I can speak on that. I ain't speaking on this. I don't know who this dude is. Y'all do because he's from y'all hood. Y'all grew up with him. Y'all seen him in action. I haven't. And I ain't taking a chance. He might be a killer. Fuck what y'all telling me, because y'all got a beef with him. Because y'all talking about he bunk. I don't know that. That ain't none of my business, man. I'm from Hoover. Fuck, I'm got to do with a Pyro being bunk. Y'all deal with that then if he bunk. Why am I on the phone dealing with? So he was out of line for that. And had he called me, talking about, hey, big fella, China, I got you, whoever on the line. I got Jesus on the line saying you bunk. Guess what's gonna happen? You, Jesus, and every motherfucking body else involved in this motherfucking shit is in big trouble, boy. The conversation's over. This is not a game. This is not content. You calling me talking about I'm bunk? I can be right here in my room in person or on the phone. Not on live, not on the internet. The motherfucker calling me talking about, yeah, the homie say you bunk. These dudes can, no, bro, it's not happening like that, man. So the conversation should have been over. But it wasn't. They continued. Let's continue.
They can tell you, watch out and have that kickback. Watch out.
I'm bummed. I ain't got what I'm gonna say, nigga. I'm from A-Trey Gangsters, nigga.
Let the content.
I'm from A-Trey, bro. Like,
Watch out and have faith. Let the content. So he thinks that this is content. That's what he think. Whack 100, Adam. They think that this is content. Gang members calling in, confronting another gang member about that gang's politics, about harming a supposed snitch. This is what the conversation is about. This is content. This is how far we've come. They think that this shit is content.
Hoover can speak for Hoover. I'm from 83rd Street.
That's what I'm talking about. Gumby, where you at? Because these niggas talking crazy to me.
Okay, let me see.
Talking about you, Buck. This nigga Hoover Lou, and he in the pen, and I don't want no problem with niggas in the pen. Hoover Lou, there you go, bro.
No, I'm the one you don't want no problems with. But you just got some. If I receive that phone call, damn, a motherfucker in the pen. I'm right here. And you are too. I'm the one you don't want no problems with. I'm the one that can pull up at 3 a.m. while your fat ass is in there eating bonbons. Me. Not Hoover Lou, who's in prison, but me. I'm the one you need to be worried about. Somebody you don't want no problem. He thinks this is content. He thinks this is funny. But you better separate the two. Content from real life streets, bro. From real life gang activity. Poetic Flacco, Charleston White, all these dudes are having problems separating the two. We'll see how it ends, bro. When you come at a real life motherfucker like this that might be on YouTube but don't give a damn about that internet shit. It ain't like that. It ain't like that, bro. Everything is not content for everybody. Fuck that shit. Content. No, this ain't content. This right here gonna get you laid out. It's not content. You make that phone call to the wrong motherfucker, man. And he's not gonna see that as content. He's gonna see that as this needs to be handled immediately. Period. Don't y'all run around thinking that this is content. I'm just letting you know, for those who may be concerned, that this is not content. This is diabolical work that'll get your head taken right off your fucking shoulders.
Tell him what you're telling me.
Hey, what's happening?
Hey, what's happening,
What's
Hoover
up with
Lou?
you, bro?
I can't hear you.
What's up, man? What's happening?
What's happening?
Tell him what you were telling me how he buck. Tell him.
Hi, I'm bummed.
Let us talk.
Look at Whack. Tell him how he bumped. No, Wack, I'm sorry. Since you set it all up, them dudes, I got something for them too. But you first. For being a go-between, for setting it all up and egging it on, pouring fuel on the fire, making this phone call to me, and then steady got something to say in the background. Then here comes Hoover Lou. What's up, cuz? Right? See why motherfuckers confused. What's up, cuz? You crip or you criminal? I don't say cuz. I'm not a crip. That's why I don't say it. I'm a Hoover criminal gang. Jeez.
Oh, bro.
Hello, I'm right here.
Bro. Hey, what's happening?
What's happening, Lou?
Bro, you still trying to testify for this nigga? You still fuck?
I'm not even sure which Hoover Lou this is, actually. But all the Hoover Lou's are some soldiers, bro, so it's all good. But whatever, I'm just saying, shit. Criminal gang, bro.
With this bunk ass nigga, bro.
What bunk ass nigga? What you talking about?
Phone number will be monitored and recorded.
Oh shit.
Are you with me?
No, I'm saying, what are you even talking about? What bunk ass? I'm trying to testify for who?
You see, this is where, first of all, Hoover Lou is totally in the wrong, in my opinion. Right? Wack, Hoover Lou, whoever else is on the phone, Alshon, this conversation, I'm sure they have already heard from the homies, should never have been had on the internet. Period. That's just that. But Gumby is also wrong for participating in it. He's continuing on the conversation. As I said, the conversation should have been deaded a long time ago. If you're looking for content, Adam and Wack, you got the wrong one. This ain't the content you about to get from me. This is real life. You got content, then you got the street, you got real life. And I know how to separate the two. These individuals do not. You talking about some real life street shit for content, thinking it's content. Motherfuckers gonna get their heads cut off. Y'all keep on playing. You better learn to separate the fucking two and fast. So Gumby should have not engaged any further in the conversation. Once the individual was calling, Wack already said everything he said, and then now Hoover Lou is saying what he's saying, and Gumby's firing back. I understand being upset. Someone's challenging you. They put this shit out on you now on the microphone and on the phone. Adam right there, the phone and the microphone. He already said a few things with that. You harboring this buster. Woo. So Gumby feels the need to defend himself. I get it. And he also wants to make it clear, like when y'all saying I'm bump, you got this weird old bumpy face motherfucker Wack talking about I'm bump. Be clear about what you're talking about, because the people out here might think y'all trying to say I'm a snitch or whatever. So he clarified, like, how am I bump? What you talking about? He wants to be out there what they're referring to. Oh, you talking about I'm harboring someone. Okay. People can take that anyway. Let's make that clear. I get that, but still. Conversation's over. At that point, there ain't nothing else to talk about. I'm not going back and forth with you, bro, to prove my point, to explain to you on the internet that I'm not bunk, or that, no, man, the paperwork is this and no AI that. No, I'm not having this conversation with you right now. It's not about to happen. And the fact that you called me on air, looking to have this conversation, looking to embarrass me on a platform that has 5 million subscribers, and the fact that you got this fat police motherfucker making a phone call, which, man, I tell you what, all of you individuals are in trouble. I'm not going to say it on the internet. It's just going to be the reality. Separate the two. They can't do it. It's not going to end well for someone, people. This type of shit, this is not going to end well.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about, bro. And you already know, too so you know, nigga really don't want to air out his grievances with you over this thing, fool.
Okay, then that's what it is then. I'm saying you said I'm bunk. How am I bunk? What did I do this bunk?
Because you've been harvesting this nigga, bro. You know,
Who I been harvesting?
come on, you know who you been harvesting, bro. Undercover agent. The undercover agent nigga. You know who I'm talking about?
Okay, so I'm saying, so
real shit that just dropped, bro.
what happened?
60 seconds remaining.
What little shit did just drop, bro?
Still been fucking with me, bro.
Who be fucking with who? What do you listen, bro? Call me on the phone, bro, and talk to me, because you obviously don't want to know what I'm talking about, or I don't know what the you talking about. You acting like I know. If you know what I'm talking about, say it.
And I'm not gonna put the Hoover politics out here like these individuals are doing. This is unbelievable. I still can't believe that this conversation took place on air. Wow. Do you hear what they're saying back and forth? Just like I'm watching it, the feds are watching it. Just like y'all watched it, the feds are watching it, bro. Literally. They sat back and watched this shit yesterday 3 or 4, 5 times to see what kind of information they can get. Who they talking about? What's going on? Who is he harvesting? Who is he harvesting?
Dude that got on the interrogation tape that you claiming is AI, they say.
Oh, I never.
Here's whack again. That's whack. Dude that got on the interrogation tapes that you claiming is AI. So Gumby said, I never said he was AI. You know, so the whole thing again is about they're saying that Gumby is harboring an individual that's a rat. This individual had interrogations, police interrogations. The tape was revealed, released. People heard the tape, the interrogation tape. Y'all snitches got that? You snitch, and somehow the tape gets released to the where your gang, your faction, the public has the tape of you snitching. The police not protecting you. You snitched to them, and now they trying to get you killed. Somehow the tape got out of the police department and into the hands of gang members. How does that happen? But the tape was, people heard the tape of this individual that was supposed to have been snitching on the tape. So Whack 100 is accusing Gumby of saying, after hearing the tape of this individual snitching, man, that's not him, that's AI. You know, harboring him, protecting him. Bro, that ain't AI, that's that dude snitching. What the fuck you talking about, that's AI, is what they're saying. So Gumby is saying, man, I never said that shit was AI. I said that the tape wasn't clear, that I can't hear him. I can't hear him snitching on here. I can't, you know, I don't know what the fuck going on. So y'all talking about I'm harboring someone that I'm not supposed to do anything to. I'm not going to do anything to because I don't know that he's snitching. The tape is not clear at all that he's snitching. And so if y'all think that he's snitching, if you all are saying that the tape is clear enough to us, he's snitching, damn it. It is not AI. It is not unclear. It's very lucid and explicit. We hear him, he's snitching. You making excuses for him, Gumby. Gumby said, this is how y'all feel that he's telling. I'm saying I can't say that. But if y'all saying that y'all can say that based on what you all heard from the tape, that I have not been around him in months. You saying I'm harvesting him. I haven't been around him in months. So if you all thought that he was snitching, then you do something to him. Why is it on me to do something to him? Basically, I don't believe he's snitching. I'm not doing that to him. Y'all the ones that believe he's snitching. How come y'all ain't done nothing to him? Oh, y'all excuse is, y'all reason is because I'm protecting him. I'm not protecting him. I ain't been around him in months. And motherfucker can't protect a motherfucker who doesn't deserve protection, who has it coming. You get him and you get the motherfucker that's protecting him. It's simple. Can't protect him. I'm coming to get my man. And if you there, and you my man too. That's it. So there ain't no protection, bro.
said nothing was AI, bro. Don't lie on me. Never once did I say anything was AI. They mad at Groove. They dropped whatever they had sitting back there. Groove came out and said whatever he said. Ain't nobody did shit to him. I'm harvesting him. That nigga walk around on his own, bro. I ain't talked to that nigga in months already. All that shit y'all talking about, Groove walking around on his own, bro. He did what?
Hey, Gumby, this been years. Bro, this been years, bro. You been fucking with this nigga, bro. You been with him. You been fighting with him. You been hanging with him. You been letting little homies allow him to come around, and you been dropping a lot of niggas come around. If that would have been me, bro.
Who? Wait, no, wait.
I'm tempted, but I can't expose too much. Unlike these individuals, I'm gonna have to, manifest self-control, emotional mastery, emotional intelligence, brothers, is what we strive for on a daily basis. It can save your life and change your life. But I will say, however, without revealing too much politics, that I can give you some stories about individuals being harbored who are known snitches, proven snitches, and because they're related to someone who's someone, they were able to get away with it. Shootouts happen over protecting this snitch, bro. I wish I could expose it because of this conversation right here. Snitches have been being protected. Gumby is saying that he's not protecting anyone. Y'all could have handled it. Shouldn't be having this conversation online, though.
Wait. We're not going to talk about who was what and was what. They ain't had nothing on Groove but a tape that wasn't even clear. So what the we supposed to do? What we supposed to do? They talking about whatever they showed me, bro. I told you then that was some because this what they told us. Period. I know y'all ain't got no paperwork. This nigga ain't never been on no stand or no shit like that. Y'all talking about some shit y'all releasing in bits and pieces. Okay, then if somebody feel that they want to do something to this, y'all come do something to him. What the everybody talking about Gumby this, Gumby that. No, y'all do something.
What the hell? Gumby should not be saying this, and they should not be saying this on the phone, bro. This can get a motherfucker a case. Conspiracy to cause harm, to commit violence upon someone's person. Even though it hasn't happened, it's like a conspiracy is happening. Talks are being had about how come this individual has not been harmed yet. On the internet. Let's get into this conversation that's being had right here. They're talking about harming someone. That's supposedly a snitch that's being protected by the popo. And how come he has not been harmed yet? And y'all come harm him then. Y'all come do something to him. What do y'all think is going to happen if this individual ends up harmed? They might not even have nothing to do with it. Good luck trying to prove that. After this conversation that was had on air with 5 million subscribers, people talking about, you playing a video too, bro. I mean, I got 30,000 subscribers. That motherfucker got 5 million subscribers. It's on the internet already. They put it out there. Yeah. Damn right. This is a how-to guide. This is a public PSA. This is a public service announcement. This is what not to do if you a gangster. Take heed and pay the fuck attention.
Something to him. The y'all, it's all on me for. No, what you mean? That's not on me, bro. That's not on me, bro. That shit, that whole, I know what it is with you, bro. I was there that night. Bro. So it ain't like that. I ain't on nobody's side. I told y'all that from the gate. Bro.
Check this out.
Bro,
check this out,
bro.
Let me see. You already know who this is, bro.
We not doing that on this air, bro.
All the different. Hey, look. That's what got me strike, right? You was going live and you was talking to the dudes from out of town, Hoover, and all I did was make a comment like, "Hey man, Gubby might want to kind of like dub it down, they indict you for some of this type of shit." And they said I was bullying.
Yeah, bro. Like, I'm not going to do that, bro. Like my whole thing.
I don't even know what they're like. What are they talking about?
They super deeply coded.
Politics.
What do I need to watch to understand?
That's why they owe you. That's why they owe you.
All right, man. So, I didn't mean to even play the video over again. Obviously, I just played it yesterday, but I'm just trying to break down what happened and give my opinion on what should have happened during this transaction, during this exchange. And it never should have happened. It should have been deaded immediately by Gumby. Not blaming Gumby, because the individuals that called should have never called, including Wack. That's it, bro. But it's hard to put it on Wack, hard to put it on Adam. I'm not putting it on them. They didn't put a gun to anyone's head and make these individuals involve themselves in this buffoonery. They made that decision under their own agency and volition. A foolish decision, to be sure. Hopefully, this will never happen again. Hopefully, they've been talked to or what have you, whatever the situation is going to happen over this, and they learn their lesson and realize how this looked when they played it back and looked at it on all sides, and how it didn't look like they were gangsters at all. And hopefully they decided, at least to themselves as men, I'll never do that shit again, not on the internet. I got a problem with an individual, whatever the problem or the situation is, then I'll deal with it. On the street, if I'm from the street and I'm about that street life and I'm from a gang and all of this shit, then I'll deal with it on the street, not the internet. Do not combine the two. Until you learn to separate the two, people gonna be in trouble. These dudes are digging their own grave with this kind of content. Slowly but surely. Watch what I tell you. No, I'm not perfect. My content is not perfect either. But this is out. So I just wanted to address that real quick. Just get my opinion on that. I'm done with it. Hopefully these individuals are done with that and will never do that shit again, as I said. They look bad. They expose politics. They expose Hoover politics. They expose gang politics. They tried to somewhat make Gumby look bad on air. Gumby didn't help the situation by carrying on, engaging in a conversation with these individuals who have a motive apparently to make them look a certain way. Enough blame to go around in this debacle, this horrific situation. But again, perhaps and hopefully even, these individuals have learned from this shit, man, and will not put themselves in that position again. But that's their decision. The internet is powerful, it's strong, it's, for some individuals who want to be famous. I'm not saying that conversation is just about dudes want to be famous. They confronted him, they had an issue, just shouldn't have been on the internet. But there are dudes that are doing stuff because they want to be famous. Or if they already are famous, they're trying to make more money and stay relevant. And, they're combining street stuff with content. And they're mixing the two instead of separating the two as if they don't understand the difference. Now, I'm just afraid that they're going to learn the hard way of what the difference is. That's up to them. Stay safe and stay free, people.